Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Sunday, happy Easter Sunday, happy Resurrection Sunday, in hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Hey, Nunu, how are you? Welcome. Good to see ya. So, just got back home. I've kind of been off a little bit, this whole week. I've been off my mind, my game, my everything. Just my thought process hasn't really been there. I've caught myself forgetting things. I've caught myself just being in like total like zombie mode for a second or two. But so my apologies to everybody for to my audience if I have seemed to be a little off. It's been a rough few days. All right, rough few days. But the good news is it's Easter Sunday, and man, I went to church today, right? I've been going to a few churches this past few weeks. I've been going to different churches just to kind of just explore things again. Like I said, it's been a weird few weeks, especially this week, but but yeah. So I went to church today. Man, it was packed, and we could sit outside, and it was just awesome. I felt really good, really good just being there, and had some time to myself there. I was able to just kind of pull away a little bit, and just after the sermon just sit by myself a little bit, and this place is really cool. So anyway, let's get into it today. I was thinking, and I heard this message I think about a week ago, but I kept it for Sunday. Obviously, I wanted to share on Sunday. And it's this whole notion of us praying and asking for things. And, can I pause for a second before I get into that story? Somebody gave me a great suggestion a couple days ago and said, hey, you take too long to get to the point in your videos. In your lives, you get too long. You take too long to get to your point, and I kind of have to agree sometimes that I do. But I'm just talking. I'm just having a conversation with you, and I hope, I hope that you find it worthy by you sticking around to the end. That's my hope. My hope is that the live inspires you, gives you some value, makes you think, or just kind of opens your mind. You know what I mean? That kind of a thing. So I'm hoping that it's worthy of your time by the time live is done. So yeah, I may take a minute or two in the beginning, but I promise I'll do my best to make it worth your while. So if you agree with me, if you like my stuff, if you think it's worthwhile, maybe drop a comment or two. I would appreciate it. Throw some love, hate, whatever you want. But yeah, so I'm just having fun with my audience, with you guys. So hopefully you guys are as well. So let's get into today. Today, Easter Sunday, praying, and here's the thing. Some of you don't believe in God. Some of you are not Christians and are of other faith. Here's my thoughts on that. Wonderful. I mean, what do you want me to you know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to convert anybody. I'm just sharing my message, my thoughts. You guys know of my faith. So, if it's faith related and it bugs you, tune off. I'm just being truthful with you. But yeah, so, just having fun with the audience. And A lot of you are having a lot of fun with me back because you send me chats, messages, and so I appreciate that. Anyway, let's get into today. Today, we're talking about this whole notion of praying, right? You pray and you sit there and you're like, what happened? How come it's not answered? You know what I mean? You're just waiting and waiting for that answer to happen, and it's not happening. And you're thinking to yourself, well, are you listening to me? Are you paying attention to me? Are you hearing me? You look up, or wherever you look, right? And so here's what I got to share with you. And I heard, like I said, I heard this message from T.D. Jakes a few days ago, and it's so powerful. And I've talked about this concept in my other lives before, actually many times, but not maybe this direct, right? And the concept goes like this. Listen, if you, and I'm going to give you my takeaway, my feedback, because, I like to dissect and get in deep. So let's say if you pray for, and you get down on your knees and you're praying with your whole soul, like your heart is just speaking out loud, right? And you pray for a chair. You're like this, I want this chair, Lord, and would you please make it happen, right? And you're asking for this chair. And the next day, you walk by and you see a tree. What I want to share with you is, and this is this may hit you, okay? And this has hit myself. It's hit me. No prayer, and okay, you ready for this? This is my thought. No prayer is ever answered without any action. Nunu, can you type that and drop it in the comments? No prayer is ever answered without any action. You can't expect things to be handed over to you if you don't ask or work for them. Right? How are you going to get stuff if you're not asking for them, you're not working for them? You ask for a chair, God gives you a tree. What does that mean? And here's a couple of takeaways for you. God gives you a tree, one, because you got to get to work. You got to get to work to make that tree into a chair. And two, he gives you a tree because he knows you have every tool it requires to make that tree into a chair. Did you hear what I said? We have all the tools. All the tools. And we are presented in different forms of answer to our prayers. Ask for a chair, you get a tree trunk, right? Have you ever asked for a bag of cash and there was a knock on your door and boom, somebody dropped from the Amazon car, the Prime car, they dropped a bag of cash? No. But have you ever prayed for money and God gave you a better job opportunity, or gave you an opportunity altogether, or gave you a chance to make some extra cash? Right? It works like that. And I'm talking for myself, I have to keep reminding myself that that's how it works. I can't ask for a chair and sit in front of the door and wait for the chair to show up. It's not going to happen like that. Right? First, I got to go look for a tree, get the tree, believe in myself that I got everything I need to make that tree into a chair. And a lot of times we pray, and I've talked about this so many times, and I catch myself. I'm very conscious of this part. When I'm praying, I catch myself if I'm begging instead of praying. You know, sometimes you pray, you're like, oh God, please, please, I'm begging you, would you please? That's like not praying. And I have to catch myself often that I don't do that. And I gotta believe in the message. I gotta believe in myself that I got the tools, I got what it takes, right? And God doesn't answer my prayers without any action. It just won't happen. You gotta do stuff, right? You can't pray and wait and just like, it's gonna come to me, you know. So many people have done that and they're still waiting, you know. Doesn't happen like that. So my thought for the day on this Easter day, I actually was gonna do a different live. I was gonna share my prayers with you, but I thought this was a little bit more powerful, you know, because a lot of times we ask for that chair, and when we get the tree, we bark, we complain, we nag, we're not grateful. And that's bad. That's really, really bad. That doesn't bring fortune. That doesn't flow, it doesn't open up the flow of abundance in our lives. It doesn't. I have to keep reminding myself of that. You ask for a chair, you get a tree, you're grateful. You should be grateful. Not complaining, oh God, I asked for a chair, not a tree, right? I don't know if it's ever happened to you, but it's happened to me. And I've asked for a chair and I've got a tree and I've complained. And I've even been upset and angry and mad and said, sure, but I asked for sure, you know. I just have to put, I feel like sometimes I lose that trust, right? I lose that faith. It slips, right? It just kind of slips for a second. But you got to get that grip firm so that when you ask for something, when you pray for something, first of all, you're ready to ready to receive it. See, sometimes if we pray for things and we're not ready to receive it and we get it and we lose it again. Why? Because we weren't ready. And I truly believe that, right? You ask for things, you get it, and you're not ready, you lose it, right? Maybe that's the lesson, right? But here I ask you to be more conscious of your prayers and the way you give gratitude to those prayers, right? I think that's really important. I think we should focus on that. That's where the blaming and the complaining and not being grateful comes from. You know, you ask for something, you get something different, and you lose that focus that, hey, I can turn this into that. You know, I can actually make this into that, right? We lose that focus because we didn't get that immediate gratification. We didn't get the chair like we wanted the chair. What is this whole making this tree into a chair thing? That's like work, right? I got to keep being conscious of that, and I ask you to be conscious of that as well. I literally, on a daily basis that I pray, I catch myself. If I start like sounding like I'm begging, I stop. I have made it a point to myself to stop and say, you know what? Stop. No begging. I turn it around. I'm grateful for the answer you're giving me, right? And I really, really, really believe that. And like I said, the past 4, 5, 6 weeks, it's been a little rough, but a lot of rough. But you know, you keep faith, you keep praying, and you're grateful for what you get. And you get creative and you think about it and you're like, why on earth would I ask for a chair and you give me a tree? Why? And I have to keep asking myself, what am I supposed to learn here? Could you please tell me? Could you please show me what I'm supposed to learn here? What am I supposed to learn to take that tree into this chair, or to make that tree into this chair, right? What am I supposed to learn? What are you teaching me here? How is this how is this making me grow as a person? You feel me? All right. I think I killed that point to the death. I appreciate you guys. Many of you guys send me chats, and in other groups even, you give me so much love, and I so appreciate that. Thank you so much. A couple of you guys asked me if I'm okay, because maybe you, I don't know, sensed or thought something's up, and I appreciate you guys. You guys know who you are. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Everything will be a-okay. But yeah, so hopefully you got some love, some value, some inspiration out of this. Hopefully it makes you think a little bit. Hopefully it makes you more grateful when you get something that it's not exactly what you asked for. You know what I mean? And that's kind of frustrating, right? That kind of sucks. You're at Christmas and you're sitting down, you ask for, let's say you ask for this pair of shoes, right? You're like, dude, I just want this pair of shoes, and it's Christmas, and then you open your gift and it's like a wallet. You're like, I specifically asked for this pair of shoes, right? So maybe sometimes we gotta learn to be more grateful with the cards we are dealt with. Sometimes you don't get the best cards, and you just got to play with them, right? And we've talked about this in other lives before, but today is about that praying and not receiving exactly what you prayed for, but still being grateful and know that, hey, there's a lesson in this. Something here I got to learn, right? Something. And then from there, you're like, okay, I'm still grateful, right? And remember, no prayer is going to be answered without action. I'm telling you, it hasn't happened. Not for me. Maybe it has for you. Hopefully you got some love, some inspiration, some value. Let me know what you think, your thoughts. Do you carry the same frequency of a thought, or are you just completely no, that is not how it works? I would love to know your thoughts. Drop them in the comments below. I appreciate you. Let this feed grow. And remember, if you share, you show that you care. Until tomorrow, when we do it all over again. Much love.